gold down there, Diane. There's gold down there.
You're like their number one favorite guy. Because you won them cash. Well, the countdown to the Masters is on. I can't believe it's next week. But before that, we have so much to talk about. Another week in Texas on the PGA Tour with the Valero Texas Open this week. And we'll do our tour report shortly. But first, Elk, we have to look back on the WGC-Dell Technologies match play. The wind was blowing. We're going to see the same in Texas this week. But Billy Horschel was the one who beat the bracket and went on to lift that trophy.
Yeah, it's always nice, Diane, to see the match play come in. There was a lot of firepower happening during the week. We saw Brian Harman make 7 birdies in a row against Bubba Watson. We saw holes in one from, Sergio Garcia walk off. But there was no fireworks, Diane, on the final round. I think there was a little bit of tiredness. The wind came out of the north. It changed everything for the players. And at the end of it all, we had a hometown favorite, Scotty Scheffler, who went to school at University of Texas. We talked about Spieth and Scheffler last week on our show, how they had a big advantage. Scheffler was not able to capitalize and get his first tour win. And the fittest guy of the whole PGA Tour, Billy Horschel, won in the end.
It was Billy Horschel's 6th win on the PGA Tour, and without doubt, him winning would have busted a lot of brackets. I would just like to say that I picked him to advance from the group stages to be the winner of his group, so I was very happy with that. But I agree with you. I want to talk about match play and just this whole format, because it started on Wednesday and I was so big on match play, and here's me talking to everyone that would listen and being like, we should have more match play on the PGA Tour. But on Sunday, my opinion on that changed completely, because you're right, there were no fireworks. It was a very anticlimactic end to this WGC, I felt, just because neither of them were really playing their best golf.
Yeah, and I tuned in, Diane, myself for the last 9. I know the golf course, and when the wind changed, all of a sudden, it seemed like every hole, they were hitting out over a crest of a hill, dodging the left to right wind, balls running away into water, into grandstands, dropping all over the place. It took forever to play the last round. Billy Horschel made some critical mistakes. Scotty Scheffler was not able to capitalize. That's the way I saw the match. And in the end, they both were playing very sloppy golf, but Horschel was just slightly steadier and was able to make a couple of key holes in the middle of the round. That's all it was left in that day.
There were some great surprises, and I'm sure a lot of brackets were busted pretty early on. You look at the first group with Robert McIntyre going on to win that over the likes of Justin Johnson. I mean, there were a lot of surprises. Sergio with that ace over Westwood in the playoff to win his group, and he was my overall pick to go on and win. But what's your opinion on match play? Do you want to see more of it on the PGA Tour, or are you quite happy with where it is right now?
I think the answer to that question is obvious, and that is this. We all love match play like the Ryder Cup, where we're guaranteed to see the matchups we want. But on the tour with the TV and everything, Diane, and the sponsors, we never get the matchups that we want, and that's why it's pushed back a little bit, because I love watching those two guys play yesterday. Okay, it wasn't a great final. The golf course didn't show up as good yesterday because the wind was opposite and looked difficult. But yes, we want match play, but we want match play like we get it when we watch the Ryder Cup.
Okay, yeah, I think that sums it up perfectly. I did see it was Paige Spiranac, who's the big golf influencer. And I know that you can argue with this, she was starting a Twitter campaign to make the PGA Championship a match play event.
Well, it used to be. Jackie Burke, my mentor, won the PGA Championship when it was a match play event, and it carried a lifetime exemption. Jackie Burke is 98 years old, Diane. He is still exempt to this day. He could walk out there this week and play at San Antonio. He's also the 56 Masters champion. So Jackie Burke is still exempt from his match play victory in the 1956 PGA.
How great would it be to see him standing on that tee in Texas this week?
he wishes he was strong enough to stand on that tee in Texas this week, Diane.
Get in the game on the SG Tour Golf Gaming app and play 4-ball. It's a classic stroke play competition based on the aggregate scores of 4 players. Who makes your team? Well, pick 4 guys, 1 from each tier based on the current world golf rankings. Want a tip? You need 4 guys to make the cut. Get in the game on the SG Tour Golf Gaming app, available on iOS in the App Store.